My name is Ben Tyler. I'm from Allentown, Pennsylvania. I started music when I was about 7 years old. I actually started in an opera. There was a little boy. It was called Amal, the Night Visitor. So I started in an opera, and I did that 2 years in a row. And once I did that, I thought that was the greatest thing. And I started taking piano lessons, and it kind of took off from there. And I just focused on music and musical theater up until about the time that I graduated high school. I started writing music when I was about 14. I started writing some stuff. It started out as instrumental work. And then I started writing lyrics, and by the time I was 15, I started playing shows. My first show was in the West End Village in New York City at an old club called the Lion's Den. A lot of my music tends to sound really poppy. I'm not trying to make it sound poppy. A lot of the music I listen to, like Mumford & Sons, they're always a big influence. But I grew up listening to John Mayer and Howie Day, but even bands like Green Day. I think Green Day was probably the first rock band that I ever really got into. Their album Dookie was like the first thing that I heard. It was really cool. I try to take a little bit of pieces here and there, and then put into it some of my own experiences. Most of the lyrics that I write are all from personal experiences that I have, usually emotional experiences. A lot of the sound that you hear is just bits and pieces, the different things that I like when I hear a certain song or a certain artist. I think, oh, that's a really clever idea. How can I do something really similar in some of my own work? And so I don't like try to copy other people's work, but I always like to sort of work into my own stuff, little bits that I take from them. On a local level, if I could play anywhere, I think I'd like to play the State Theater. Something about theater shows, if you're playing at a theater show, people are forced to sit down and to pay attention to you and listen to watch you. So there's something to be said about that. I think that's a great environment. Especially, my generation, younger generations, people don't go to shows anymore. When I play out at, different bars or restaurants or clubs, the people that are there are, the baby boomers, the older generations, people in their 40s, 50s, 60s. They're the ones that go out and support a lot of the live music, which is why in our area you see the big sound in our scene is classic rock. That's what most people play out at bars. And so what I do is very different compared to those. And I try to incorporate some music that they will like, but I also want to try to teach them something about new music and hopefully engage them in, current music today, and hopefully that they will like that. But I think in order for my style of music to get out there more, I think we need people to go out more and to go out and listen to music. So here's a funny story. Back in 2004, I played on a big bill that my college campus had. They put together always a big fall show and a big spring show, and they had a lot of different national acts come. And spring of 2004, I was able to open for the show. So I was the opening act. The concert started at 10 in the morning and went until like 6 or 7 o'clock at night. The headliner was DMX, but there's all these different bands in the bill. Guster, Dropkick Murphys. The comedian Jim Breuer was there, and I had some CDs. I sold some CDs there, and I had a little box with CDs and some money that I made from it. And we were back behind the stage, and at the time we were wandering around, and so we asked people on Jim Brewer's bus, like, hey, would you mind if we set our CDs and stuff in here, for the meantime, and then we'll come back and get them? They said, oh yeah, sure. We go back later in the day to go pick them up, and all the money's gone. So Jim Brewer's people stole my money that I made that day. So that's my story. I'm at a point in my life now where I had taken a break from songwriting for a while, focusing on my family, and I've now gotten the drive back that I really want to put a lot more focus and energy into it. So I'm finding myself writing a lot more, and I'm hoping to release a couple, an album or two within the next few years. And then I like to go on the road for at least a little bit, do a short tour, travel up the Northeast, maybe do the college circuit. Coming up, I will be playing Music Fest. I'll be there August 4th at the Lyric Platt stage over at Steel Stacks. I'll be playing from 4 to 4:45 that day, so you can catch me then. And I plan on releasing a 4 or 5 track EP several months from now, sometime later this year, so you can be on the lookout for that.
Sun sets, the fire dies. Blank stares and tongue-tied. Frayed clothes and hands pride. Gone cold but wide-eyed. I don't wanna start the war. Tell me what I'm fighting for. Threats made and bombs fly. Cities fall and kings lie. It's tailor-made for you and I, and we tried. White flag held high tonight. I don't wanna start the war. What the hell we fighting for? Guns drawn in our sights, too proud and uptight. I don't wanna start the war. Dust clears the pyre's light, still burns, it's not time. Keep holding on tight. I don't wanna start the war. 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 I don't wanna start the war.